Mary Jane Gallardo, Mary Jane.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Judge Ratzel,
Present.
Commissioner Mendoza,
Present.
Commissioner Morales,
Present.
Commissioner Solis,
Present.
and Commissioner Garza.
Present.
We have a quorum, Judge.
Thank you, Mary Jane. Next item is our invocation by Dr. Roger Miller, Commissioner's Court Chaplain. Dr. Miller, good to see you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Bow your head with me this morning. Let's pray. Our Father, Creator of all, we gather this morning to participate in the important matters of providing for the futures of your people. This court, our judge, commissioners, elected and appointed officials, come together this day seeking to make decisions which would benefit the greater good of this community. So may they respond to your guidance as they evaluate each issue and each condition presented in this court. May they ask for and receive clarity when matters seem unclear. May they ask for and receive patience and tolerance when brevity is easier. And may they ask for and receive wisdom and forgiveness when opposing opinions present themselves. And may you grant our leaders health and strength in body, mind, and spirit for the tasks that lie ahead. And may they be assured of your help in this time at hand. And in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioners, item number 4, communications. Anything you'd like to share with the court and the public that's been going on?
Yes, Judge, we have begun the installation process at the Siesta Shores Park. We do have about 9 playground units that have been installed. 4 of them have been completed, so that is very happy to announce, and I know the kids are definitely gonna love it. Also, I would like to thank the Sheriff's Office for installing a camera out there, so we do have surveillance camera at the park at the moment. So after last meeting, we had Chief Jimmy Mendoza, he went out there and he installed the camera. So it is recording 24/7, it does the whole 360, so hopefully we have any more vandalism, we'll catch it on camera, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good upgrade, and that's sort of significant upgrades to
Oh,
those
definitely.
playground areas.
We went from 1 unit to hopefully, about 17 playground units for our kids, so that's.
great.
I know I've been getting a lot of questions about Bravo Park, that will be next, so that will be my next target, we'll be taking care of Bravo Park next.
I think the Bravo Park, the issue we're having there is the silt built up in that pond, and we'll be trying to address that situation. I think it's been almost 20 years since we did last dredge that holding pond. And the reason it silts up so much over the years is it is a flush pond for our water plant, and as water is being treated, some of the silt is deposited there. So I think we need to address that, and hopefully with this year's budget we can start working on that and get some contractors to dredge it out and make it I would say a permanent solution to the area where we can address any sludge buildup through some concrete structures and not let it filter into the pond to eliminate that. And hopefully it's a beautiful area, so we need to
Definitely, we've been meeting out there with Mr. Gonzalez, our engineer, so hopefully we get something going, in the next budget.
That's good.
Yeah.
We'll be working on that. I think water situation, I think most of you have seen the notices, our water plant manager is here this morning, but we did, I guess it was last Thursday, we did have a positive result for E. coli on one of our test samples here in town. We took a subsequent test sample from that site, and it came back inconclusive, cloudy, I guess was the term that our manager had used. We will be taking an additional test today, and hopefully by tomorrow we can continue without the boil water notice. Just to reassure the public, I think we tested the entire system at all our other test sites. They all have come back negative. I think, and just speaking with our, Mr. Regan, you want to address the court inform the court on this topic, but I think it might be just a contaminated spigot or faucet that might have hopefully caused that problem, and hopefully we can resolve that.
Yeah, yes, sir. This was at one location, at one resident, and it's, we test outside from where the hose connects, and it came out positive. So the second test did come out inconclusive. My guys are going to be testing this morning, so we'll be sending those out to the laboratory. takes 24 hours, we let it wait, and so we should get some results by tomorrow. But we did run some further tests throughout the town, and they did come back negative, so, but we cannot officially lift it until we get the results from
that sample site.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's happening today, actually.
And you've been coordinating with TCQ officials?
Yes, sir. We have a gentleman, he's here, actually, he got here at 9 o'clock, so he's at the water plant right now with the water operators. And just to verify, our testing procedures, and I think he's gonna go out to the site just to see where it happened, so we could gather those tests and send them off to get the results.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can resolve it. It sure is a major inconvenience to the public, but we want to reassure the public that the water is safe, and we won't do that until TCQ says we can do that, so.
Until we get the negative results back then.
I've been here a while. I think this may be the first test that I've experienced for it to come back.
I've been here 4 years, this is the first one, so when I heard about it, I was like, what's going on, so.
And possible scenarios why it would come up, the contamination of the faucet.
If something might have, some kind of contaminant or some kind of, some debris or something would have gotten inside of that spigot.
Okay. That could have possibly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other communications, Commissioners, I do, as you know, the Commissioners Court a few years ago when we were, considering tax abatements for the wind farm projects, I think one of the conditions that the court agreed to with those companies that we wanted them to help our community out, to help our kids out. And one of it was through scholarships. For the 10 years of abatements that we agreed to, those companies would, and there's 2 projects, those companies would submit $25,000 each to a scholarship fund for our graduating high school seniors. The school administrators have decided, and I think they did this, I think this is the 2nd or 3rd year, that they wanted to reward the top 30 students with those monies, which is a total of $50,000 for $25,000 from each project. And I've got here the list, and I would just like to read it for the record. And this is a Zapata County Independent School District, the Energy Scholarship. And of course, the $7,000 for the valedictorian, Isabel Martinez. The salutatorian, Ms. Julissa El Peña, received $6,000. Ms. Alisa Ramirez, which is the number 3 in the class, $2,500. Number 4 in the class, Brianna Alanis, $2,500. Number 5 in the class is Ms. Emily Guerrero, and she will receive $2,000. Number 6 in the class is Ms. Delina R. Garza, $2,000. Number 7, Steven Gonzalez, $2,000. Number 8, Alan R. Martinez, $2,000. Number 9, Carlos E. Garcia, $2,000. Number 10, Cirilo Gonzalez, $2,000. And then from 11 to 30 in rank, each student received a $1,000 scholarship. So it's still a very, very worthwhile scholarship. Number 11, Amabeli Porta. Number 12, Larissa Tovar. Number 13, Juan Reyes. Number 14, Dalia N. Gutierrez. Number 15, Hugo A. Martinez. Number 16, Claudia A. Garza. Number 17, Giselle N. Bustamante. Number 18, Sergio A. Ramirez. Number 19, Lorenzo R. Miles. Number 20, Ashley Navas Rocha. Number 21, Areli D. Chapa. Number 22, Pedro Gonzalez. Number 23, Helen A. Bulwato. Number 24, Tiffany M. Gonzalez. Number 25, Giselle Gonzalez. And number 26, Andrea Riojas. Number 27, Anya Martinez. Number 28, Danessa R. Gutierrez. Number 29, Mariela M. Gavilanes. And number 30, Mr. Arturo Navarro. So congratulations to all these students for their academic performances, and they're being rewarded. And thank you to the court for making those decisions to help our students out as part of our tax abatement process. So I just wanted to announce that for the record. And those money will be going out today. Is that right, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, after the presentations, the checks already been made, so
Okay.
after the presentation and the acceptance of the board,
Okay.
the checks are ready.
All right.
Thank
Any other communications?
Judge, also, I would like to mention that Falcon Mesa did get 2 streets paved. We got the Cardinal and Crane.
Yes.
The project was delayed due to weather. We kept getting a little bit of rain, but we finally got it done. And we're happy, the residents, they truly deserve that, to have a paved street. So I want to thank the court for choosing that location. So I want to thank you guys, appreciate it.
I did hear in the news this morning that this week is Little League week across the nation, so congratulations to all the Little Leaguers that we have in our community, and hope they have a lot of fun and get some sun. They're gonna be getting some sun next few days. So it's Little League week all across the United States, and we've got some really good Little Leaguers here in our community too, so I just wanted to mention that. We'll move on to any other communications, commissioners. We'll move on to public comment. This section provides the public the opportunity to address the Commissioners Court on any item of the agenda. Any members of the public wish to address the court? If not, we'll move on to item number 6, approval of invoices. In your packets, Commissioners, we had invoices from May 19, 2023 through June 8, 2023 for a total of $845,754.38.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Commissioner Solis.
Judge, it's
Yeah.
846.
What did I say?
845.
846.
I just want to clear it up.
Well, 5 and 6 look the
Yeah.
same. $846,754.38. I think I need to go up a little bit on my glasses. Okay, I've got a motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Mendoza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 7, approval of treasurer's report. Mr. Salinas could not be with us this morning. I think he's traveling. We're fortunate, he's very involved with the South Texas Food Bank, and they're having a conference, and where he represents our county very well and tries to make sure that we get our fair share for our Zapata County residents. So I told Mr. Salinas I would read his treasurer's report. Beginning on page 1, on our investment income. Right now, it's CDs and monies that are under investment. We've got a total of $11,675,948.19. Interest for the month was $29,633.42. And for the year, interest, we realized $137,390.25. Moving on to page 2 is a listing of our fiduciary demand accounts. Basically, our main one is the Zapata County operating account. We had a beginning balance of $438,744.12. We had revenue of $1,049,237 and expenses of $1,463,550.40. So we have an ending balance of $24,430.72. And I don't know, we'll have to be moving some monies from our investments to cover some of our expenses today.
Yeah, we still have money coming in from the sales tax and things like that, but we'll probably have to move some money towards the end.
Okay. Our general fund, $676,000 was the beginning balance, $362.50. Revenue of $233,446.66. and expenses of $885,000 for the month, so ending balance is $24,409.22. I guess the other account that's of interest is our waterworks. We had a beginning balance of $95,240.73 and revenue of $166,677.41, expenses of $203,044.37, an ending balance of $58,873.77. Now, this waterworks account is not the actual revenues that we receive in total.
Right, because we have the,
It goes back to the operating account, so why do we still have this account?
Well, because there's money coming in from ACH. They're coming into here, so we need to eventually move that, transfer it over, so.
Okay.
That'll be an undertaking, so.
The total for all the accounts, we had a beginning balance of $3,198,852.53, revenue of $2,945,170.26, expenses of $4,054,252.24. So an ending balance of all our demand fiduciary accounts is $2,089,770.55. And then we've got other demand accounts. We'll move on to our electricity report for the month of May, which was 2 months worth of of light bills, we ended up with a total bill of $144,817.56. And our water bill for the month was $12,523.75. Moving on to our report on royalties from the several gas wells where the county has an interest in. For the month of May, the royalties that came in was $4,173.12. For the year, we've gotten $78,896.74, which is about 78% of the $100,000 we were hoping to see. Moving on to our building rents, our community centers, the pavilion saw for the month of, the San Ignacio Civic Center saw a rental of $450. The pavilion had no income in May. The community centers, Zapata Community Center had rental income of $3,100, and the swimming pool had an income of $300. Moving on to our county clerk, district clerk, and sales tax. Our county clerk fund 10 for the month of May, $59,084.73. For the year, they're at $98,307.33, and that's significantly above the $60,000 that we thought we were going to receive. Mary Jane, so it's been a good year for reporting. Very good. There's a lot of activity.
Yes.
For Fund 15, we saw a revenue of $1,660. And for the year, we're at $12,640.10, which is still $2,000 above our yearly estimate of $10,974. So we've done well there too. District Clerk Fund 10, we had budgeted $85,000 in revenues. So far this year, we're at $95,982.10. And for the month of May, we had revenues of $8,164, which is very well. District Clerk Fund 15, for the month, we had $6,986. For the year, we're at $9,368.50, and we had budgeted about that amount. So we're, our ordinance, for the year, we had budgeted $1,200,000. For the month of May, no revenue came in, but for the year, we're at $279,500 with the re-enrollment permitting period beginning this month and ending in July, so we should see those numbers come up. And then our sales tax, we have budgeted $2,100,000 in revenues, expected revenues for the month of May. $192,058.78 came in. For the year, we're at $1,796,908.22, which is 85% of expected revenue. So I think we'll be above our goal of 2.1 this year. So there's still a lot of retail activity in our community, even though things are difficult. There seems to be activity, and we'll be above that. Our landfill, we had budgeted revenues of $300,000 for the month of April. For the month of May, that amount has not come in yet. The jail, we had budgeted $2.4 million in revenues. $215,582 came in the month of May. And for the year, we're at $1,666,046.08, which is about 70% of, I think we should hit our target. Jail telephone, we had budgeted $45,000, we're up to $28,941. And then our EMS, we had budgeted revenues of $600,000 for the year. And for the month of May, we saw $115,954.76, which puts us at $534,442.88 for the year, and that's 89% of expected revenue, so we should be above what we have budgeted. Just JPs, quickly, the 4 JPs, their revenues for the month of May. JP Precinct 1, $8,692, and for the year, total revenue $65,850 and 60 cents. JP Precinct 2 brought in $7,627 and 29, and for the year they're at $80,904.50. JC Precinct 3, JP Precinct 3 for the month was $2,672, and for the year they're at $17,285.99. And JP Precinct 4 for the month of May was 3,039.42, and for the year, revenues of 34,011.54. Motion by Commissioner Solis to approve the treasurer's report, seconded by Commissioner Morales. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 8, was checks issued. We have checks from 5/19/2023 through 6/8/2023 for a total of $846,754.38.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza to approve, second by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9 is the tax assessor collector departmental report. Ms. Mendoza, good morning.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
And I'd like to welcome our audience. We have.
Yes.
Good morning to everyone. On my report for the month of May, okay, we have in the general fund, we collected $79,671.80. Interest and sinking, we had $36,652.95. Farm to market, $3.18. Special road and bridge, $8,914.30, for a total tax collection of $129,562.93. In fees and other collections, we had alcoholic beverage, $180, tax certificates, $4, hotel tax, $8,014.06, copies, $60, interest earnings, $16.82, for a total collection, fees and other collections of $8,274.88, with a total collection of $137,837.81. Our collection rate is at 87.35. Last year's collection at this time was 88.35, so we're just 1% below. In our hotel tax, we have, from October of last year till the May 31st, we have $75,907 that have been collected. And that's the end of my report.
All right, thank you.
Collections are still coming in, of course, like I keep mentioning every month when we come and give my report, that, the homeowners assistance is still, or there's still money in there for people that need to apply for assistance.
So
on
it's
their
still
taxes.
active, so.
It's still active, yes.
Very good. And, I think what we budget, I think is 92%. I think we almost always reach it, so.
Yes, we're hoping that we can
Okay.
go ahead and get there.
All right.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
We move on to reports and presentation. Item number 10 is a presentation from the Boys and Girls Club of Zapata County, and request to approve the yearly allocation of $50,000, which is also part of the tax abatements that, the court, granted, to our nonprofit. Good morning.
I just wanted to start off by saying that, or restate our mission. I really don't do that, but, our main goal is dedicated to helping our community by mentoring youth to become responsible, productive, and caring citizens by providing nationally recognized programs in a safe and positive environment with the support of caring and dedicated youth development professionals. I'm really proud of what we've gone through. COVID did really affect our youth in the community, but our impact in 2022 was 229 registered members. Total youth served is 1,417. Community outreach is 1,188, and meals and snacks provided was 21,593. Our main goal is not only for Zapata, but we do provide services in San Ignacio. So we are happy that we've continued to provide services in both areas. And we've gotten nothing but praiseful and all that from parents in the community, that I'm very, very thankful that we're able to provide for our kids in the community. And also thank you to anyone, the schools have helped us out with some of our programs, which I'll dabble in that in a few, but I just want to say thank you to the community and of course commissioners, anyone in the community that's helped us out. We're really, really, really happy that we were able to have these services for. Is this one, right? I'm sorry, I don't have it stapled, but, our year-round programs are as follows: is Exact Path, Smart Moves, Passport to Manhood, Smart Girls, Triple Play, Healthy Habits, Project Learn, Power Hour, and Need for Unity. Through the COVID remediation program, we were selected we were one of the clubs that was selected to provide these services for our youth to be able to, get those, numbers in for these specific programs, which help us out in the end. Now, these are very, very beneficial programs for our kids. Exact Path, it is a, online, reading and math, they go over basics for the kids. It helps them, with the regression that they experienced through COVID, that learning that they lost. So this is something to just input to help them for school and all that. Smart Moves, Passport, and Girls, Smart Girls is another program that we focus on our kids to make healthy lifestyle choices so that they, as they grow, they know that they have those basic skills in mind. So, Triple Play, Healthy Habits. Triple Play is, of course, we like to have them outside as much as we can, active, healthy eating lifestyles, sessions and stuff like that. So we're really, really happy that we're able to provide those services, because right now I know kids on phones and they really don't want to do a lot, but getting them off the phone has not been a challenge once we have them entertained and going in the activities. Project Learn and Power Hour, we focus our time after school for providing services like homework help, any type of tutorials that my volunteers and my staff can do for our kids. And then Youth for Unity is a really cool one because we're teaching the kids about diversity within our community. So that's really, really, these are the programs that we've been running through since before 2020, but we've actually applied it more these couple of years. Event-wise, we've been continuing our events even after, I know we had COVID situation where we couldn't have events. We did drive-thrus and stuff like that, but I'm very happy to see that we were able to provide these events in person. So it was really, really, really awesome. A lot of the kids loved it. A lot of the participants that participated those times were really excited that we're able to have these events again for these kids. As you can see pictures, it doesn't do justice. My pictures have color. I wish I could share everyone, but
I can see it very well.
Yeah, so, and then also, we are happy with
I can tell everybody's smiling.
Yes, and also you can go on our Facebook page. I post a lot of pictures. The National Guard, I want to recognize because they themselves went out of their way to contact us and provide toys for the kids in December. So they did a toy drive for the kids, and it was really cool because they said that they told the soldiers, get your ransack, the big old sack that they have, fill it as many toys as you can and see who wins. So they were able to provide about like 80 some toys. So we were able to provide Zapata and San Ignacio. So it was
that may be continuing for maybe another 2 years.
Yeah. I'll hit them up. We'll go that into how they can help us. But they also donated like arts and crafts supplies, stuff like that, because they reached out there like, what do y'all need? And we told them, and
very
they
good
helped us out.
partners since
Yes. And the next is our awards and recognition that we've got this past year or this year. We got an Advocate for Youth recognition, and also our board of directors received the League of Eagles Award. That was in Colorado. I was gonna go and attend, but something came up in my home life, so I was unable to attend. But we did get recognized in Colorado for that. Yeah, so I'm very happy that right now, because of these programs and because of the impact that we're giving to the community with our kids, we are getting recognized in those levels.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and that's pretty much my spiel.
We don't hear from you, on a personal, I don't hear from you often, so I'm thinking everything's going well.
Yeah, no, I apologize for that, because either we're busy with work and personal life right now. My daughter has
but that's good. It's all good.
But we've been doing really well. I mean, I'm really happy with the point where we're at, and that we're able to give impact as much as we can with more of the kids, because COVID, we got bummed out because we lost a lot of those kids. But now I have kids coming back that are older, that were my younger ones, and they're volunteering. So it's really good to see that round circle, like it go around and come back, because at that time we were really bummed out. But seeing the impact that we have now, I'm very happy, and I continue to do it.
The building's holding up pretty well?
So far, we can discuss that another time. But, and also the audits, the 990, the financials have been delivered.
Yes, they're included, which, thank you so much.
Yes, and
Okay.
if any questions, concerns.
No, that's fine.
You can find me there. I'm
All right.
always, or Ms.
Appreciate
Mona,
it.
if I'm not there.
I wanna add also that I've been working with Leslie here, trying to see if we can extend the services to San Ignacio, so.
Yeah,
that's why I know that the board met last week.
yes,
and-
so the feedback that we discussed and we agreed to is I got with Ms. Leslie and Ms. Erika, we are gonna try, our goal is to get 30 kids for attendance to be able to move forward. So that's what we're working on right now, so we did say that
So
we're
just
gonna.
let me know once that we get.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
so that we can start
and,
getting the
and I'll
facility.
add, right now, through the meal program, even though we're closed, we're serving 35 families, well, 35 kids in San Ignacio, so I'm really happy that we were able to provide those services.
Thank
But
you.
I'll keep contact with you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you, ladies.
Awesome, thank you.
Moving on to item number 11, I was informed about some young kids participating, and I think it was maybe the first ever, and Richard Rodriguez can I just wanted to recognize your efforts and the kids' efforts, and so I can read it out. So that the District 12 4-H shotgun match was held on Saturday, May the 20th, at the Mission Skeeting Trap Club. Zapata County was well represented. They had 14 4-H members compete in the match. And so I just wanted to mention, of course, thank our Jessica Rodriguez, our AgriLife Extension Officer, and of course the volunteers, Chris Holt, for your participation in helping the kids out. And the kids who participated, I'm sure it was a lot of fun. And so what exactly did we win? Did we win something? Did we score high? Did we shoot all the skeet?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Commissioners.
Morning.
I'd like to start out by thanking you all for the support that you give the program and these kids. As far as I can tell, it's the first time we've ever had a shooting sports program here in Zapata. It's real big across the country, in Texas, obviously. So for the last couple of years, I've been trying to get this going, and we finally did this year. We hit a few roadblocks, mostly due to money. But we were able to practice and get some kids to go shoot. We have a 20-county district. We were the second most represented county at the match.
It's all
So,
good. Congratulations.
we didn't do as well as we hoped to. We didn't practice a whole lot. We are practicing at Mr. Ramirez's ranch, so thanks to him for allowing us to do that. We're hoping to gain some more momentum so that we can practice more throughout the year and go to a few more shoots. I definitely want to recognize Sergeant Holt. He's our certified coach, and he kind of helped put all this together. So
Thank you so
we're
much.
excited about it. We're hoping to move forward with it and bring some more kids in. I do want to ask the boys here to introduce themselves to the
Okay,
board.
sure. Good morning.
Morning.
Tyler Brown.
Hernan Brown.
Luis Mendoza,
Morning, Luis.
Morning, Luis.
Thiago Perez,
Good morning, sir.
Diego Martinez.
Jacob.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, and residents of the county. My name is Robbie Garcia.
Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Of course, Sergeant Holt had mentioned it to me, and of course, Mr. Rodriguez had also mentioned that how you all had participated, and I thought it was very important that you all get recognized and for the good work that you did for the competition. So it's important that we participate, and I wanted to bring you and recognize all of you. So congratulations.
Judge, we are missing a few of our shooters. They weren't able to make it. My son was part of it. He's training with his mom for the summer, so he couldn't make it. But
We can, we can be in the picture if you don't, the mothers don't mind. Maybe get a little tighter.
Yeah. Turn a little sideways, guys.
We're gonna have to turn sideways, guys.
I'll stand next to yellow.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for everything.
Thank you.
So much for coming.
Right.
Yes, a lot of good things going on in our community, so appreciate, your hard work. We'll move on, to item number 12 is a presentation, by our Zapata County Fair Association, I guess, Mr. Garcia here?
Yes, they're here.
Okay,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning, Mr. Garcia, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Morning, Ed.
Don't know, we're a little bit late on the actual report, a couple of months, but, we were still waiting on a lot of the invoices to come in from our auction, which actually was a very successful one this year. He's gonna go into the details. We averaged over $500,000 this year as far as auction and the actual fair itself, so, we're looking forward to making it bigger and better for next year. So.
That's incredible. Have those hikes ever been reached, that amount?
That's, one of the. That's the first. That's the first, yeah.
That's the first.
So.
Okay.
All right, I'll go over the financials. Thank you, Judge and Commissioners, for having us here this morning. Y'all each have your packet in front of you. Over the profit and loss statement, you're gonna see the first few items of the Zapata County Fair. For the arts and crafts, we made $2,140. The carnival paid us $25,400. Very little in ice sales of $170,000. Our RV spaces, we made $4,360. The sale of an asset, we had a moolah when we just started as a board.
Okay.
We sold that, that's what really got us started. So we started with $7,020, and that's what we used to really run the fair this year. Our sponsorships, we made $73,218. Our ticket sales, which were our entry fees and all that, were $103,347. Our token sales, $65,470. Our vendors' income, we just did rent on the vendors this year. We didn't take a percentage of any of their income or any of that. So our income there was $25,325. The VIP tables, $8,080. Under that is just our subcommittees. Our cook-off, we made $3,550. From the livestock, $14,677. From the parade, $840. The Queen's contest, $21,835. And the trail ride at $1,465. So our gross income was $356,897. Under that, you're gonna see all of our expenses. I won't go through them all, there's so many, but our main expenses were the bands. We spent $64,000 on bands this year. We're hoping to increase that this year to have a little better entertainment this year, but it was a struggle this year for our first year.
Well, I think, they went well.
Yeah, it went well. Our other big expenses are production fee of $29,000, security of $13,900. The porta potties are very expensive, $21,696. Other than that, you can see, go through all the other income items, or expense items. On the next page is the rest of it. The cook-off, we spent $4,000. The livestock, $16,000. The parade, $1,022. The Queen's contest, $15,565, and on the trail ride, we spent $1,615. So
So we have a net income right now of 76,661. It's not final, we still have some monies coming in and out, but that's basically,
Well, that's,
the profit.
consider that a very good year.
Yeah, we
Very
consider it a good year,
first
we're really excited about it, yeah.
Yeah, so y'all should, give yourselves a pat on the back.
I appreciate that.
But I know it's a.
It was a lot more work than I expected, I'm not gonna lie, so yeah, I have a bigger appreciation for the Zapata County Fair than I ever did.
It is.
Yeah.
And so it's usually, I think all of us have been to that, it's usually a 2-year commitment, and
Oh,
2
yeah.
years is about all you can take.
Yeah, for about 2 months, I'm really gonna get myself into. No, it's a lot of work, but well worth it, absolutely. On the third page, we're gonna get to the balance sheet just to show our cash. On our operating account, right now, we have $50,115. It's a little overstated, because we do have some funds that need to go to the Queens contest to start their year next year. We do have some liabilities still to pay off. Our goal is to have a fund balance of around $30,000 to start next year's Zapata County Fair. We think if we have about $30,000, we can run a really successful fair next year as well.
Okay.
In our syndicate account, which is our livestock account, we have $76,896. Those are the monies coming in from the auction. So those monies are going in there right now before we pay them all out to the kids. On our accounts receivable, is $432,000. That's the rest of the monies we need to collect from the auction still outstanding. So we're trying to get those collected before the end of this month so we can pay out the kids from that.
So yeah, but they have gone out, to collect the invoices.
All the
have gone out?
invoices have gone out, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get a committee together, make calls and start trying to get that process
Yeah,
going.
it seems like a large percentage is still outstanding.
A lot is still out there, yeah, absolutely. We mailed them out, I think, late May or something like that, so
Okay.
we're gonna get a committee, start making calls.
Okay, so lately, so it's been a week or two, I guess, a couple of weeks. So.
Been about 3 weeks.
Three
yeah.
weeks, okay. So
Yeah.
I think this month you should see.
Yeah,
more
we're hoping
stuff.
to collect them by the end of this month.
Okay.
First week of July at latest, and get all these kids paid so they can get their money.
Well, whatever we can help with,
I appreciate that. I have an Excel sheet, maybe I can provide you all the who still owes us money.
Okay.
There's some big companies out there, so maybe we can get contact information from them.
I think so, whatever we can do to help.
Appreciate that. As for that, you can go down to the liabilities. All these liabilities we inherited as a board. We didn't take out any new loans or anything. So we still owe for electrical services $7,846. We have paid that down about half this year, but we still owe that amount. We want to get them paid as soon as possible because that's a local business and we shouldn't have to owe them any money. From the bank side of things, the line of credit, we owe $59,000 right now, $179. We just made a $30,000 payment on that, and we asked Ricky at IDC if he can give us 2 more years to try to help pay that off. So we think in about 2 years we can have all the liabilities paid off, and we don't want to assume any new liabilities. We want to run this thing debt free.
Okay.
That's our goal. And basically, that's it. On the next page, you're going to see a list of the scholarships we gave out to the kids. We gave 14 seniors, 7,500 total. Our goal is to increase those scholarships little by little as we can, but we went a little conservative this year just because of the situation we're in. So we were able to allocate 7,500 in scholarships.
Very well, very generous.
Yeah, that's all what it's all about, right? Getting the kids money for the kids. And the last 4 pages is basically just the liabilities we have, just to show you all the payments that we've been making on them. I won't go through them again. And that's basically it.
Thank you so much, Martinez,
You're welcome.
Garcia, and all the hard, I know it's difficult,
Yeah.
but it's worthwhile.
It sure is, yes, sir.
Garcia, any final comments on?
Well, I want to thank you again for allowing me to be here today, and I'm sorry we're a couple of days or weeks late. I know we're supposed to be the last commissioners court.
No,
we're
no
just,
problem.
not really prepared that we were today. I have here our queen from this year.
Yes, please stand and be recognized, yes.
I was trying to see Ms. Nina is going to come up as well. Just so she can tell us what they've been doing, because they've been pretty active in the community themselves with
Yes.
organization stuff. So just a little brief information on it.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good morning, my name is Idali Garcia. I'm your 2023 Zapata County Fair Queen.
Yes.
Good morning, my name is Emily Marie Martinez and I'm your first runner-up.
Thank you for being here with us. Ms. Nina, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes.
Honorable Judge and Commissioners. My name is Nina Gutierrez. I'm this year's Zapata County Fair Queens Committee chairperson, and I'm a newly elected board member as well, so I'm super excited
Well,
to serve.
thank you.
Serve both.
Yeah.
Basically, this year, I know that people that have known me for years know that I'm all about community service and making sure that our youth understand that it's not always about receiving, but it's always about giving back. Now, we can't do it monetarily sometimes, but giving of our time is super important to me to share with our girls and to any of the youth that come in. This year, or right after they won their title, we went ahead and kicked it off, attending different events. I want to thank the commissioners and Sheriff Del Bosque. This past couple of weeks when it was EMS week, I kind of sent out a little message asking if they could help with donations to go ahead and take a really nice breakfast to our first responders at the fire department. We were able to serve 30 meals, or give away 30 meals because of the generosity of our commissioners and the sheriff's office. But I also want to thank you all for letting us use some of the advertising funds, because our girls worked really hard through our media tours in Laredo, and we actually added McAllen this year. It was an amazing event, amazing 2 days tours, and I think that it served our purpose. We're out there, we're here to represent Zapata County to the utmost respect that the county deserves, and also the Fair Association. I want to thank Mr. Garcia because he's been an amazing leader for us as well. So thank you all, and we'll continue to represent.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Want to take a picture? Yes.
Get on this side. Level it up a little bit.
Can I just say something really quickly? Something that we're planning on, and I just wanted, that would be that, I want to include the commissioner's report and as you as well, Judge. We're trying to, again, we're trying to give back to the community. We want to go ahead and we're starting the process of doing a back to school event. Basically, what we're trying to do, and it's in the planning process right now, hopefully we get it done by the end of July. We're also wanting to have sort of a back to school concert, but also bringing in to supply our teachers. I know that there's different organizations that do backpacks for our students and supplies for our students, but we've been researching and we find out that teachers spend on average, and this is the lowest average there is, about $1,500 out of pocket every year to help their own students throughout the school year. And so what we want to do, it's a lot of money, if depending on their pay and just things like that. So what we're trying to do is we're going to try to have a donation drive for school supplies for the teachers to have in their classrooms to be able to utilize for students. And so it's in the planning process. Our Fair Association, our Queens Committee is going to head this. And so you may see us around, but if you all can help out in any way, we would really appreciate it as well.
Thank you, Mrs. Taylor. Thank you. Yes. I'm sure keeping up with the presentations, and we've got a lot of outstanding youth in our community, and I'd like to recognize one more this morning. Ms. Haley Pina, is she here this morning?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Ms. Pina is going to be representing Zapata County. Huh? Oh, is Marlene here? Marlene, okay. Marlene, good morning. Our middle school principal. Thank you, Ms. Marlene Guerra, and I think you have an outstanding student with you this morning. Yeah.
Good morning, Honorable Judge Rathmel, Commissioners, and community members. Youth violence and other antisocial behaviors are major public safety and public health problems in Texas and throughout our nation. The effects of exposure to violence or crime, either as a victim, perpetrator, or witness adversity impact education, family, and the community. Negative consequences for individuals include depression, poor self-image, truancy, academic failure, alienation, substance abuse, violent acting out, delinquency, or other destructive conduct, which forecasts a dysfunctional adulthood. The goal of the Do the Right Thing SA initiative is to prevent bullying, violence, and juvenile delinquency. The program develops students' empathy and problem-solving, coping, social, leadership, and academic skills, which are imperative for a productive adulthood and maintaining the robust civil society. Students feel valued because their thoughts, analysis, and solutions are solicited. They are given a voice. Within the Laredo communities and schools, including Laredo, Zapata, and Jim Hogg, 12 middle schools participated in the essay initiative. Over 1,300 essays were turned in, read, and selected by community volunteers. Each middle school has a top female and a top male student chosen as campus finalists. Then, all campus finalists are recognized in a dinner award ceremony. They are given a certificate as campus finalists and a grand prize of JP earbuds. Out of all the campus finalists, then a top female and a top male students are chosen as Do the Right Thing National Ambassadors. They participate in a one-week youth conference in Washington, D.C. They get to travel with one parent, their teacher, and a CIS representative. Our Zapata Middle School campus finalists are female Hailey Piña and male Jose Daniel Cavazos. They are 12 participating schools within Laredo, Jim Hogg, and Zapata counties. Each school was to select a top female and a top male campus finalist. Out of those finalists, they got to choose top female and top male to represent as national ambassadors at the state level in Washington, D.C. Their essays are also published at the Library of Congress. The essay initiative is sponsored by the Kuwait American Foundation. The country of Kuwait sponsors a violence prevention program in appreciation to the people of the United States as a token of appreciation for delivering them from violence. On behalf of our CIS coordinator at Zapata Middle School, Norma Mireles, and all the staff at Zapata Middle School, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the top female national ambassador, Ms. Hailey Piña. She will be traveling to Washington, I believe, in July, and she will be there for about a week. So.
Congratulations, what a great achievement for you.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
Yes, ma'am, congratulations, and congratulations to your family. And you'll be representing our little community Zapata very well in Washington. And who do you plan taking with you? Who's going to accompany you?
My mom.
Your mom, okay. Very well. Well, you might get your picture with us. Okay.
We also have her teacher, Ms. Cindy Raza, here with us.
Okay, yes.
From our district, Mr. Gonzalez and our counselors.
And I have mom and grandma for the picture.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Bounce it out again.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So I can't squeeze anymore.
Yeah, we're getting
I gotta-
closer.
yeah.
I may be part of the violence, you know.
There might be some elderly going on there.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Good luck in Washington. Yeah. And what are the achievements.
Yeah, congratulations. That is
Yes. Okay, Commissioner, we'll move on to the action items. We got, we'll deliberate and consider actions. Item number 14 is to approve an estimate for the electrical service to the Lifeline Mobile VA Clinic. Commissioners, as you know, the mobile clinic, VA clinic for our veterans has been coming down, I think, every Thursday. Yes, thank you. And of course, they've been running on generator power. We informed them that if the county could help possibly include a more permanent electrical site for them to connect on, we would do. We got one bid here on item from 14 to do we've got two bids from local electrical service companies. We've got one from Martinez Electric for the installation would be.
That one didn't show a total, Judge. I did the math. It comes out to $3,590 with 65 cents.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. 3,590.
Oh, we only got one in our package. Was that the amount, the one I said?
Yeah.
35.90, 65? Yeah. Okay.
3,590 was.
Okay, and then we've got one from Zapata Quick Care Incorporated for a total of 2,800, is that correct? Am I reading it correctly?
Yeah.
2,800. So, we've got.
Motion to go with the lowest bidder, Judge, of Zapata Q&A Incorporated.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza to authorize Quick Care at $2,800 to provide the hookup, permanent hookup for the mobile VA clinic. Our Veteran Service Officer, Pope, how's that working out? Are veterans taking advantage of that mobile clinic? Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, they are. It's working out, trying to get through the kinks.
Okay.
But it's working out good. We're trying to get more veterans to try to sign up. It's one of those things that they've got to, not only because you're a veteran, you go out, but you have to actually sign up and try to get those services via whatever disabilities you may have.
Right.
Or that you may choose to apply for, which we help them out as well. So it's a big plus for Zapata County.
Yes, okay.
And we're very fortunate to have them.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Gonzalez.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Is there a motion by Commissioner Mendoza, second by Commissioner Solis? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 15 is to approve Esser and Company Consultant LLC, LLC's contract for administration services for the USDA CDSCF Fire Station Grant. Mr. Escher, good morning. You're here with us. Of course, the court selected Mr. Escher to be our consultant for the fire station, and we just need to sign, authorize the contract to be signed.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Escher, for all the good work you do for our county.
Thank you, Mr.
Item number 16 is to allocate $10,000 to Zapata County Waterworks for the purchase of a commercial lawnmower combined with a utility trailer for the Sunny Nasser Water Plant maintenance crew. Good morning. I was visiting the Sunny Nasser Water Plant last week, and I ran into the operators there, and I think there's a desperate need for a commercial lawnmower to do the sites.
For the booster station and for where the tank is located also.
Is this a riding lawnmower? Or?
Yes.
Oh.
Commercial, of course, because
Yes.
of all the.
It's mainly buffalo grass, so.
Where are we getting this from?
We've got, I think we still have 150,000 for equipment. I think, in our CO, I
On the
think
CO?
we'll qualify.
It's at around 100,000.
It's down to 100?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to check into, because there's two trucks that we returned, so, it might be 100, might be closer to the 150, so I gotta check into
I
that.
would recommend the SCAG brand, Mr. Trevino. We've had really good success with that brand.
At least
in the
several
precincts.
recommendations, and when we checked on that, it was about 9,800 just for the.
Just the, yeah, so they're expensive.
They are
I think there's some commercial mowers that, I think what you're gonna do, that, I think we could fit everything into the $10,000 budget.
We've been checking Ron Hoover, Tractor Supply. We're waiting on Dr. Ice also.
Yeah.
The good thing on the SCAG is we do have the parts, you know, we do have.
Yeah,
insurance.
yeah, we do purchase at Mission Auto Electric in the valley, that's where we usually buy the units from.
Yeah.
And we've had good success for, you know, just to look into.
Yeah, we're gonna have to raise the amount on that, cause they're expensive. I think, looking at some mowers, maybe 7,000-8,000 commercial mowers with the
It's
trade.
running about 6,000, about 6,500, and I know they're about 24 to 26 horsepower.
You have SCAG?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on SCAG is the best, but they're
Yeah.
expensive.
They're
I think for what they need, cause there's not gonna be easy like you guys every day.
Right.
So-
But the only thing is we have the spares and stuff in case, you know, in a hurry you need something. That's what.
Oh, you mean for parts or what?
Blades, et cetera.
I think the $10,000 budget is good. We don't have a lot of money.
We can still get a good commercial riding mower.
Yeah, there's some good mowers for that price right now.
The two price ranges we're looking at right now with trailer and with the commercial riding mower was about 9,500.
Yeah, I think you can do both for that, and I think it'll serve your needs. Okay. And a motion and a second, by Commissioner Garza. The motion by Commissioner Morales, seconded by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, so this would come out from the certificate of obligation?
Yes.
It does qualify, we had equipment for the water plant, so I think that they do need it, so,
I'll be able to get you better numbers next,
okay.
later this week.
Item number 17 is to accept the resignation of Ms. Mary Gladner from the Border Region Board of Directors and to appoint a new representative to the Border Region Board of Directors.
Judge, I make a motion to appoint Commissioner Robert Garza.
Okay, so, all right, we've got a motion to appoint Mr. Garza. Ms. Gladner, who has been serving on the board the last few months, did send us a resignation letter. You know, of course, we all know Ms. Gladner, she is our doctor for the entire town. So it was, at some point conflicting with her patients, of her serving on the board and being able to provide, treatment, to her patients. So, she, you know, wrote in the letter, she of course loves to serve our community, but she'd rather, spend her time serving the patients than being unable to serve certain patients because of her, position on the board. So, we accept her resignation. I did send her a letter thanking her. And yes, we've got a motion, to appoint Commissioner Garza. There's a second, Commissioner Morales, second the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Garza,
Yes.
for your service.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Item, number 18 is to accept proposals for repairs to the roof of the dipping vat cattle pens at Old Zapata Vat 2. Commissioners, of course, I visit those, cattle pens often, and Vat 2 is Old Zapata. There's basically shade structures in the pens, and because of weather and, moisture and, the piping holding some of those structures has completely rotted out. There's a danger to the animals and to the personnel that work there, and so I think we need to replace, and make sure that they don't fall on somebody. And it's basically the shade structures, for those cattle pens. Not all of them are bad, but there's a few that are bad. I did get a bid from, 18, Mr. Lalo Mendoza, who has done work there before, for a total of 2,800, to replace those, the pipes and the galvanized panels that need to be replaced.
Make a motion.
I'll second the motion, Judge.
Motion by Commissioner Garza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This will be non-department, Mr. Gonzalez. I know
Yes.
we're running, zero or
Right.
to negative on that, so we'll have to move some monies over, but I'm afraid those structures might fall on somebody and hurt somebody.
Judge, for the record, I'll abstain from that vote.
Commissioner Mendoza abstains. Item, number 19 is to hire Apolonio Vallejo at the Los Ebanos Golf Course at $10 an hour for 24 hours a week, which is part-time. Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. We need extra help there, Commissioner. The golf course is really coming around, for those of you who have not seen it recently. But we've got a two-man crew, taking care of, all the greens, fairways. I think this part-timer will help on weekends, so we'll structure the hours to where we can continue maintaining the golf course, but it is in really good shape. I think, Mr. Figueroa, you're a golfer and your daughter's a golfer.
I'm actually not the golfer, but my daughter is, and I'm there Quite often, it's looking really nice, they're doing outstanding.
Golfer / spectator.
Well, mostly spectator, but,
Well, I'm a spectator, but I love
Yeah,
the
very
beauty,
nice.
I love nature,
That's right.
it's a beautiful golf course.
and we have, visitors actually come on to the golf course just for bird view.
Yeah.
So it's, and I know they've noticed the improvements in the.
Yes, so they're doing an excellent job,
Very nice.
Commissioner, so we'll, I think with his extra, young man, and I met with Mr. Vallejo, he's, of course, young man, he's really interested in working on, and so I recommend.
Is this junior?
Junior.
Yes.
Yes, because we do have his father
Yes.
working for us,
Yeah.
but this would be a, you're a
Yeah.
really young man.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
We can definitely use that extra help, we do
Yeah.
have some years to cover.
Yeah. And so it'd be junior.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't include that yet. All right, thanks. All right, motion second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 20 is to accept, a donated 1 acre parcel of land in Bustamante adjacent to the Bustamante Cemetery. I received a call from Mr. Mundo de los Santos, Jose Mundo de los Santos. He owns property there, in Bustamante, and he wanted to donate that 1 acre tract to the county with the condition that it be used for cemetery. Now, I don't know if we can continue, to open a new cemetery up for that, Counselor, or?
Well, Judge, is the cemetery in existence in Bustamante?
There is.
Owned by the county, or is it a private cemetery?
It's a private cemetery.
Okay.
Yeah, but the county does maintain to a certain extent those cemeteries throughout the county, and I think that is allowable.
Right. Well, Judge, in reference to that, if we are going to, is it run by some type of a historical commission or something like that, Judge?
What, the cemetery?
The
No, it's
cemetery is-
basically a family-owned
A
cemetery.
family-owned cemetery, okay. Well, if the Zapata County can obviously accept it, but if he's placing the condition that it be adopted exclusively, or the donation is contingent on it being used exclusively for a cemetery, well, then the Commissioners Court will have to go through the process of one, denoting it as such and getting the.
And I'm under the understanding, and of course, laws change, and it might have changed, that, of course, the county operates our own cemetery.
Right.
That was kind of grandfathered.
Grandfathered.
I don't know if counties have the ability to open new cemeteries.
Well, just because it's adjacent to an existing one, which might or
Right.
not be considered a historical, site, that might be ground for potentially having it, considered a cemetery.
Okay.
But it's not a guarantee, Judge, so there are some obstacles there that might exist, because it is going essentially from a private, cemetery to an expansion of a possible public cemetery.
Right.
Which, may have some hurdles, specifically because of the issue.
Well, I'll visit with, Mr. Dos Santos, see if he wants to follow through and see what possibly it could not, turn out to be what his wishes are.
Right, Judge, and there might be some difficulties with it, but if it is declared a historical site because I imagine there's many ancestors that have, been buried in those plots, Judge, which it might be, then conceivably, it could potentially be grandfathered in for potential expansion, so, potentially, but there probably could be some hurdles, or there might be some hurdles.
And it's, as you can tell on the little map that he provided, it's right off the highway, so right off of 16. He says his family, he tells me it used to be a post office there at some point. I think that's what he mentioned.
Sure,
to
some
me.
of our local historians here
Yes,
could
yeah.
clarify that for us.
But.
So is this on the north or the south side?
It's
of
on the
16?
south side of 16, so it'd be on the
I think
east side.
further up, Judge, there's one, I think, also privately owned by the Gracias.
Yes,
Cemetery.
what do you call it?
I think it's the Gracias Cemetery, I think, that's what pulls up on the maps. That we also should maintain.
How big is the existing cemetery now, Judge, there?
It looks looks a lot smaller than that. It's on the map, it's on the plat,
Okay.
on the picture. You can see the existing
I
cemetery.
don't have a packet with.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I just have the agenda.
Judge, if I.
Okay, Ms. Mendoza, you can share some of your knowledge with this, it would be very helpful.
I know that I spoke to Mr. De Los Santos.
Okay.
And he did, I just wanted to share. that he wanted to try to have half of it for veterans and then the rest for family, family.
I think, so, I think Mr. Figueroa explained that, I guess the veterans, we could probably agree to that. The rest of it would have to be open to the public if the county.
If the county took it, it would be, Judge. Now, however, if it were to remain a private, meaning donated to the individuals who own the property existing on the Bustamante cemetery, then that could conceivably be, essentially just remain a private,
Okay, that part, no.
you don't want that?
No. Of course, he was donating, but he wanted to at least stipulate that part of it would be for the veterans.
The issue still exists, Judge, of the public park, Judge, because if the county has it, we can't just hold it specifically for one family, Judge,
Right.
because then it's benefiting a certain entity or individual. It would have to be for the benefit of the public. So that would be a potential hurdle or an additional hurdle because of the fact that it's now very constricted to either family members and or veterans. So I think that would make it quite a bit more difficult.
I'll visit with Mr. Bustamante and I'll bring it back.
I mean, it's a wonderful gesture, Judge.
Yeah.
It's just, we're limited with our options.
Yeah,
We can-
I'll visit with him and tell him the possible complications of
Right.
the gift, so.
Well, just keep me posted on, Judge, and if it requires further research on some of the issues, specifically the issue of it being declared a historical site, that might grandfather us in to be able to move to the next step, Judge.
Motion to table.
Motion tabled by Commissioner Mendoza, second by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion tabled. Item number 21 is to transfer $4,000 from the fund balance to non-department postage 10-409-42618.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza to approve, second by Commissioner Solis. And this was postage, I think, for the entire courthouse, I believe.
Correct.
We're running low or out. Got 3 months to go.
Just because of raises and
Rates and more,
rates.
I guess, yeah, I was going out. Yeah, my sister Roxy informed me that we were, just about out of, so, thank you, guys. We got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 22, to approve the use of county employees as in-kind contribution for the proposed enhancement to the Arroyo San Francisco Overlook in partnership with TxDOT, the National Park Service, the River Piers Foundation, and the Camino Real de los Tejas National Trail. And this, Commissioner, is, of course, the roadside park, right after San Ignacio, and right before Corralitos. There's a scenic overlook. I think, at that time, Commissioner, Elizondo, pursued this grant, in conjunction with the River Piers Foundation.
Right.
It was accepted, there is funding, and what our participation would be in kind with our county crews that maintain and clean the site.
And it's still the same project as presented, that they want to do the
Yes.
historical rocks.
Yes, that's basically what it is, yes.
Right. Very pretty area there.
Yes.
So that's not good.
So I think it's a $50,000 grant, and, 48,000?
48 something.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, second by Commissioner Mendoza. I think, Commissioner Morales, you'll have to commit some of your staff and, okay. All those in favor say aye.
We're willing to
I
vote.
appreciate that, yes, sir. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 23, to compensate employees of the Zapata County Clerk's Office for hours worked on Operation Lone Star for the 6 pay periods from September 19, 2022 to December 11, 2022. And Commissioners, as we have been moving on with Operation Lone Star, our consultant has revised the figures for those pay periods that the employees should have been paid for their participation in the grant. And I think in total, you're looking at, each employee has their own timesheets and the amount of money that are due to each one.
Do we have a date?
Yes, they're number 23, yeah, tab 23.
This was prepared and recommended by, this was prepared and recommended by Dr. Rodriguez? Judge?
Yes.
Okay, motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. The reimbursements have been approved and they're coming back. I mean, I don't know if we actually got the money in the bank, but they have been approved.
They've been sent out, right?
Yes.
They've been submitted.
Yes, they've been being submitted and coming back. I think we've got 3 months to see how much we can utilize of the grant. And I think there's an item, of course, coming up for RFP or RFQ for, of course, Operation Lone Star. The governor and the state legislature has, again, funded for an additional 2 years. They've increased the amount of monies, and so we'll see how much we can help our community and be part of the initiative moving forward.
Some much needed money to our county.
Yeah. Item number 24 is to request qualifications for grant administrator for the upcoming funding cycle for Operation Lone Star. And so basically we'll be going off for our RFQs for administrating the next funding cycle. Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Mendoza. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll be sending those out. Item number 25 is to request permission from the Office of the Governor to purchase an Operation Lone Star administrative facility to house all Operation Lone Star activities if funding permits. Speaking with Dr. Rodriguez, who is the administrator of the grant, and looking at the amount of money that are still available to the county in the grant, he said that maybe housing all those involved with Operation Lone Star in one single office, not potentially every employee, but having that available would be something that the governor's office would approve and help us use or allocate those monies that were allocated to us. So that's what this is. It's not a done deal. It's just we're asking permission, see if they'll.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 26 is to approve payment of an invoice totaling $65,000 to Rodriguez Professional Business Solutions LLC for consulting services for Operation Lone Star.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis, and of course, the amount of consulting services that was $130,000. So this would be half of his fees that are due. We'll be taking these as the government reimburses us. So this is basically for 2 months. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 27 is to approve the purchase of a 2023 GMC Yukon and 2 2023 GMC Sierra 1500s for the Zapata County Attorney's Office from available department Operation Lone Star funds.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. I think we
These are participants of the five-work clock.
Yes, and these were budgeted in your request from the initial grant.
They have the judge.
And I think you've been taking delivery of 2 of them?
2 of them. The other one was picked up on Friday. So,
Okay. Very well. I mean, they're
very nice vehicles for the county department.
I know it's maybe every 10 years that you might see a new vehicle in your department, so keep them for 10 years.
No, but we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. That's gonna be next month.
But they're needed. I mean, you need them, and they're allowable expense, and they were approved. So a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
And actually, Judge, we may come back to the commissioners and maybe allow for a little covered area, maybe in the back parking lot somewhere, where we could maybe house them and protect them longer, take care of the paint on these vehicles. But if it's not an eyesore, of course, but something to consider maybe.
Well, they've got these canvas covers if you want.
Well, let's see, you know.
I've seen
Anything to
good
protect
time
the
of
vehicles.
putting them on and off.
I guess that is true.
Item number 28 is to approve the purchase of a dump trailer from Ron Hoover in the amount of $14,257.25.
Judge and Commissioners, this item, I am requesting, and I do have funds available for my previously allocated, budget from the certificate of obligation for precinct 1.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Solis.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 29 is to move Commissioners Court from June 26, 2023 to June 23rd, 2023. And, yes, I will be out,
This is for the judges.
the annual conference on the 26th, so.
I'll make a
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Garza, second by Commissioner Mendoza.
June 23rd is a Friday, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
For the public knowledge, we will be attending judges and commissioners conference in San Antonio at the JW. So that is the reason behind we are moving the date from Monday to Friday.
Judge, and we will be sending out a memo for, POs to be, for a deadline for POs for probably that Friday before.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, cause it's 72 hours, so we need to.
Yeah, you move everything a little sooner, yeah. All the other
We'll send a
things-
memo out.
Thank you.
This conference is, for us to be able to complete our, required hours every year. It's not a trip.
Right, the commissioners and they were required to 16 continuing educated hours per fiscal year, so.
Yeah.
That's fine, we got a motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. 30, to hire Brenda Gonzalez to the available Operation Lone Star clerk's position at the Justice of the Peace Precinct 1 position at $10 an hour and 100% grant funded.
Motion to approve.
Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Solis, second by Commissioner Morales. And yes, initially, I guess JPs were not part of the Operation Lone Star.
In our original application, they were not, but then, once they, as a result of court rulings, have now, allowed for arrest of female, accused female individuals, then that's, because of the JPs are now required to magistrate that.
Right, okay.
So, hence requiring their participation.
Judge.
And all, we cleared this with the governor's office, so it's all been, of course, those amendments to the original budget have been, forwarded to them, so.
Judge, will this be with the benefits as well as the other?
Yes, all the full-time hirees are eligible for all the benefits that the county, retirement and insurance. I've got a motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 31 is to hire Veronica Alanis to the available Operation Lone Star clerk's position at the Justice of the Peace Precinct 2. Position is at $10 an hour and 100% grant
Motion
funded.
to approve.
Make it motion.
Motion by Commissioner Morales, seconded by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 32 is to hire Dalia Variag to the available Operation Lone Star clerk position at the Justice of the Peace Precinct 3 position at $10 an hour and 100% grant
Motion
funded.
to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
You know, precinct 4, Commissioner, for just for your info, we did advise, Judge Benavides, he's looking into it, so
Okay.
that's why he's not.
Okay.
Item number 33 is to approve purchase and installation of second commercial electric stove for the amount of $18,226 from line item 10-409-43430.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 34 is to approve payment for installation of a new breaker box with pipe conduit for new stove for the amount of $3,290 from line item 10-409-43430.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Morales. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 35, to approve repairs for a submersible pump, a grinder pump, in the amount of $5,800 from line item 10-409-43430.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. Mr. Gonzalez, what's that line item?
That's the repairs and maintenance, which is,
From our non-department? Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So I thought it was not from the sheriff's department.
no, they wouldn't be asking. They wouldn't be
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, okay. You got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So, okay, we're running negative there. And we can't operate the jail without these, I mean, I understand, so.
I mean, they need the food cooked, prepared, so it was just,
It's,
they came to me,
yeah.
I said, well, you know, bring it to Commissioner's Court and see what they say.
Yeah, and that just shows, as far as the next two items, and we'll go, Item number 36, to request an increase of 20,000 to line item 10-561-42650 prisoner meals at the county jail. That's a female jail. So, yeah, we just didn't, I mean, to the sheriff's credit, that the jails are full,
And the stoves are over 10 years old, from my understanding.
Correct.
And, yeah, and the price of everything is shot up, so.
Well, they're commercial grade,
Yeah, but as far as the food line item.
Yes.
I guess we didn't budget enough, basically.
Motion to approve 36.
And they've tried, I know in the past, to avoid having to come to the commissioner's court by using commissary funds when they're available.
Right.
But I think they've exhausted.
Yes.
Motion.
Who made the motion?
Mendoza.
Commissioner Mendoza, second by Commissioner Solis, to increase 20,000 to the female jail, prisoner meals line item. Second by Commissioner Mendoza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 37 is to request an additional 32,000 for line item 38-648-42630, which is food purchase and concessions for the nutrition center, home delivery, C2 department. And I see Ms. Bertha, is she here? Yes. She is also, the level of participants at our nutrition center has increased dramatically over time.
We have over 200 participants. In home delivery, we are serving 144 right now. So it is an increasing number. And this line item particularly has budgeted only $10,000 for home delivered services. Or
For the meals, yes.
Yes. So we would need to increase it by a little bit. It's something that I've already spoke to Judge,
And this
in
is
the
upcoming
workshop.
budget, yes.
Yes, because, we do serve more home delivered meals than congregate meals in the center. At the center, we're looking around 50 people. That would be between San Ignacio, Zapata, and Falcon. So, yes.
And the 32 will last you for the remainder of the year?
Yes.
Motion to approve it.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, second by Commissioner Morales. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number, thank you, Ms. Bertha. I know we had a long talk, and, you know, it just the level of need and participation is really increasing on a daily basis, so. But also the funding agencies have increased their funding, so we won't take the entire hit at the county level, but prices keep going up. Yeah. Item number 38 is to hire Marilena. Rafa's gonna kill me on this. Marlena, right?
Yeah,
Marlena L. Salinas as an outreach specialist for the Housing for Texas Heroes Grant at the rate of $15 an hour. It is fully funded by the TVC grant.
Motion
Make
to
that
approve.
motion.
Mr. Gonzalez, good, yes.
Just one.
Yeah, explain what this grant is, yeah.
So, it's 100% granted, funded by the grant, which starts July the 1st.
Okay.
A little monkey wrench here, I know that you guys have issues right now, funding and all that. If it would be possible to try to bring her in, I know we've got about 2.5 weeks for the beginning of July. This is the grant that's for the housing, that assists with the veterans, fixing their roofs, you know, putting in ramps, stuff like that. So there's like a lot of legwork to be done before, so that way we can hit the ground running. If it would be possible to bring her in maybe a couple of weeks before, again, that wouldn't be reimbursed. I don't know if that's something you all could do. Or if you
What would be the cost of 2 weeks in June? I mean, you're looking at 2 weeks just to have an approximation.
How many hours would she be working?
40 hours a week, so it'd be 80 hours.
80 hours.
2 weeks would be 80 hours.
80 hours at $15. So.
1,200 just in
1,200.
time. Plus,
So you're
does she have
probably
benefits and
1,500?
benefit package?
I was just gonna ask, does it come with benefits?
It's got the FICA.
Just the FICA?
Yes, the FICA.
No medical, no, just the basic.
Right,
benefits.
yes.
So it's around $1,500.
About $1,500.
All right, Commissioner. you
So
want-
I'll modify my motion, Judge, to approve it, to make it effective immediately.
Well, 2 weeks.
Whatever-
2 weeks is on us.
Well, 2 weeks on us, and then the
Right.
remaining, of course, to fall on the grant.
Yeah.
I'll second the motion.
Yeah.
Motion by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis. So she would start on the
19th?
19th?
Whatever 2 weeks is.
On the 19th.
19th, okay.
She would begin on the 19th. All right, thank you.
Well,
Commissioner, Judge, Commissioner.
The 19th is a holiday also. So she could start, I guess, Friday on
We'll
the
start on the
16th
day
and then
after
get
the
paid on the
holiday,
19th.
20th.
Or the 20th.
The 20th.
Okay.
On the 20th.
Appreciate it. And again, Judge, on this, usually the grant, since it's not your typical, Monday to Friday, sometimes it's in the afternoons, it might be on
Yeah,
weekends.
well, she's gonna carry her hours with you,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Number 39 is to fill vacant site manager position at the San Ignacio Nutrition Center.
I make a motion to nominate, or I'm nominating Norma Quintero.
Motion by-
Site manager in San Ignacio.
Motion to hire Ms. Norma Quintero as site manager in San Ignacio.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Morales, seconded by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, Ms. Puerta, you get in touch with Ms. Quintero and. Okay, all right. Item number 20 is to review status update on Cardinal and Crane paving. Mr. Gonzalez, good morning.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner.
You got some nice streets paved.
Yes, sir. We do. Finally, the rain helped out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has been raining.
They gave us a little window.
Yes. I'm gonna pass it out, Judge. This is the packet for the next couple of items.
Good morning, Mr. G. Good morning, Commissioners.
You got me
You better do that.
That's for the next couple of items, Judge and Commissioners.
Okay.
So right now we're on item 40, the Cardinal and Crane paving. That's the first sheet you have on your packet. That's the work that Muflon has completed to date. The work that they did from this past pay period was providing the prime coat for the caliche and doing the paving, the hot mix paving. They already completed both of those tasks. I have there a percentage of completion. We're at 85% complete, and we have roughly about $64,000 remaining in the budget to finish up the. We want to put some valley gutters on certain areas to help with the drainage, and then we're also wanting to. We have a couple of items, adjusting a couple of driveways and stuff that maybe need to be fixed. So we have some items there. The invoice for Muflon at this time is $124,060.85, and that's for the prime coat and paving. And then we have one for Premier Engineering for basically the survey has been completed, the plans and specs has been completed, and the bid advertisement contract award, and the construction staging has been awarded, so it's $23,750.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Escher, I mean, you're overseeing this grant. Do you have an invoice for us this morning or no?
Yes, sir.
You do? You want to include it in the, I mean, I think we're on the
Yeah,
subject.
it's
It's not in the packet, but that's what I'm asking.
I had, an invoice that I submitted this morning.
Yes.
It's from the start of the grant last year through today.
Okay.
After I had been paid, I think it was 17.5.
17.5? Okay.
Judge, I make a motion to approve, 3 different invoices. First one will be to Moflon for $124,060 with 85 cents. Second one will be, to Premier Engineering, $23,750, and the third one, $17,500.
To a certain company.
To a certain company.
Yeah, that way we can get that out of the way right now. Okay.
I do wanna add that, I was out there this weekend and it's great work, so, Moflon has done a tremendous job, including your company as well. So my hats off to you guys, thank you so much.
It's been a little bit of a challenge with the rains.
With the water lines and the
much
lines.
needed, the water lines that we repaired and replaced. We did have some leaks throughout the process, and we appreciate the community for, being patient with the court and with our contractor and with ourselves. But right now, we're at least at the paid section where it looks pretty good. We drove it this weekend, and Mr. Esther and myself will be going out there later today as well to just review the status of the work and.
I did receive a lot of calls, you know, from the residents there, thanking the
Very good
board,
project,
and thanking also the companies involved, so thank you.
And these used to be Galicia roads that are
They
now.
used to be, they were not even Galicia, they're actually a little bit more,
Clay.
they were clay. You know, so
There was a clay mix
so it
with a
was
few
much
pebbles.
needed, it was a much needed project.
So it's been a major improvement. There's still a few out there that need, you know, and Facumes area is really, I would say growing. Now, there's a lot of development, there's
It's
houses,
good.
yeah.
There's some apartments going up, there's two new homes going up, which was kinda nice because those are rooftops that will be contributing to the tax base of the community.
It's a nice
So,
area.
What we did, the
I'm
past-
partial because I live in that area. It's a nice area.
There's a really good church over there.
There's a really good church.
For the past few months.
Got a big parking lot too.
What we
That
did,
needs
the past
paint.
couple of months, we put some caliche on the crossroads, we put a lot
I
of
know.
caliche, you know,
I
to
think
back
it
up the
needs
playground.
paint.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Unsolicited
That's a nice area.
I'll second Commissioner Solis's motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, second by Commissioner Mendoza, to approve the 3 invoices as presented. Did you get them, Mary Jane?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 41 is to review status update on the Emergency Operations Center. Okay, the EOC, how's that going, Mr. Gonzalez?
Judge and Commissioners, on this project, we made some adjustments to the plans that we had prepared. The two of the rooms that we were gonna have, utilized as, interview rooms, we have already converted them to be like, bunk bed rooms where,
Okay.
During an emergency, a family gets displaced, they'll be able to have temporary, shelter, there, well, if they have a fire or a flood or something, then they can just temporarily be held there. And then also, when there is operations work, the court will be there operating from that office, and sometimes those activities can be 24 hours a day for a couple of days, and so some people will need a few hours of rest, and they'll be,
Sure.
those
I
will
think
be
that's a
available.
good change, yeah.
So that's one of the changes we made. The other one was we have, an electrical engineer and an MEP engineer coming in with us to do a, assessment of the AC units. Because we're having to split what's already there to what we're keeping. And so if we're cutting off the vents, we wanna make sure that we maintain the same pressure that's required by the area that we're keeping. So we wanted to make sure that the size of the new unit that we're proposing within the project is, adequate to the area that's being supplied. So that's another, I guess, change. We're, I would say, probably about 90% complete. I just need the MEP and the electrical, and then we'll be able to.
I don't think we've spent any money as far as for reimbursement.
Why?
That's the first one. Yeah, well.
So, no, we haven't spent any money because
I know you've been working and you haven't been paid for your work yet, but I'm just saying, who's gonna submit for reimbursement? Is Mr. Vargas gonna submit?
Polina Vargas, it should be Polina Vargas, he's administrator.
Should be Mr. Vargas.
Okay, I just wanna make sure
Just
that
make sure, yes.
we're on the same page, that once we pay you, when do we pay you and when do we get our reimbursements coming back?
That would be a question. I can ask him.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be a question for Mr. Vargas.
We understand you can't speak for him, but we just wanna make sure, you know, that that's out there and.
Yes, and I think he's aware that he needs to do the reimbursement because, much like Mr. Esther does a reimbursement
Of
for
course,
Cardinal
yeah.
and Crane, and the other projects that we're working with him on, Mr. Vargas would do that.
Okay.
Would be responsible for doing that.
Isn't that standard operating procedure?
Yeah,
It is, but it doesn't
Yeah.
happen sometimes.
Okay, well, I mean, those are definitely grounds for continuing to hire this individual, you know, they're not doing one of their primary functions And I think this is
I
something
guess
the
it
court
could
should
be,
definitely,
I just, it can be rather slow, the process,
Okay.
and I just wanna make sure that we're on top of it.
well, if the county has to front the money, we're having to wait over.
And
a
we
year
are,
to
I
get it
mean,
back,
and
right?
we're obligated to pay, I mean, the engineers are
Right.
doing this work, we can't expect them to wait forever.
Absolutely. So we need to make sure that he's, on the ball with that.
Yes, and I'll visit with him.
Okay.
All right.
I will.
I just wanted to make sure maybe you have been in agreement with them, and we were gonna do some things, or no?
Now, I'm willing to help,
Okay.
but I'm not doing it, like, I'll do my part and I'll help with anybody else's,
I know.
the work
That's
that
fine.
needs help.
Well, you're not getting paid for his work, so.
No, but I'll help with whatever, the county needs help with, but yeah, we don't, we're not, I guess we're not getting hit on the administration, that's what you're saying.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So I do have 2 invoices on there, one of them for 5,500 on that project, on this project, and the other, was one that I think I presented at the last meeting, and then the other one is for, 32,500.
Okay.
And that's one for this meeting.
All right, Commissioner, I need a motion
Motion to approve the total of 38,000 for the 2 invoices.
Motion by Commissioner Solis,
I'll second the motion.
seconded by Commissioner Gatsa, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, thank you, and I think, once the center is built, it'll be nice, I mean, it'll be something that, will help our community out.
It's a needed center for the community. We don't have a building that has backup power that we can operate out of during an emergency. We have a power outage and we have to shut down the courthouse.
We just need to.
That would have been ideal during the freeze of,
Yeah.
And this is for the emergency operating center, correct?
we'll be ready.
Emergency
Where's
operations.
this proposed site, Judge?
There, we're about half the clinic building,
Half the clinic building. I just couldn't remember we landed on that. Okay.
And if,
so that building will get a major refurbishment, which it needs, and,
Right.
they'll get a new roof, a complete new roof for the whole building. It's getting, new AC for the addition part, but we're also looking at how we're splitting the AC that's remaining. We're putting in new LED lighting with new, roofing tiles, new, flooring. We're gonna take down some walls and repartition them into offices so that they have, more of a, when we have the operations, meetings, they have them in the second floor. They usually, the different communities come and meet and they create a U-shaped type of setting with the tables and chairs, and then somebody then gives a presentation. So we created a space for those meetings to occur there. And then we've also provided a private conference room for the judge and his staff during an emergency. They can make decisions in private and then come and inform the public and media and everybody.
Judge, also, just for your information, we have paid Premier, 2 invoices totaling $10,000 for this, which,
Okay, so
Mr.
we have
Vargas,
paid, yeah.
we have paid him with Mr. Vargas.
but we haven't seen the reimbursement.
He has not submitted.
So that's what I'm worried, I'm worried that we don't have, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna pay, okay, we'll take care of it.
I have a question. Mr. Gonzalez, so y'all gonna stay for the power, like for the emergency power, you're just gonna stay for the building, just that section? You're not gonna
No.
go for the whole building?
No, the backup generator is gonna be for the whole
For the
building.
whole building, after all? Cause I was there when they discussed that and I was thinking, why are we gonna leave the cleaned out so we can use it also in case of an emergency?
No, the whole building will be powered up.
Yes.
It's same as the roofing, for the whole building.
The whole building.
The unit will be powering up the whole building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we doing anything for the exterior facade?
Yes, the roofing facade has already deteriorated and it's pressed wood that's already,
Yeah.
so we're gonna remove that and we're gonna put in new, framing that's, more, a little bit more modern, again, composite
No, that's
materials.
fine.
And, so we're also looking at the drains that we have up there. We will be trimming up the tree quite a bit because it does create, issues with, drainage in the roof where there's, drains that are 4-inch in diameter and then we have a pile of leaves up there that's, maybe 3 feet high. So that's, we're gonna look at that and fix that.
Can you put a sloped roof on it?
Not with our budget.
Okay.
Yes, you can, but not with.
No, no.
So, how far along would this happen? Like, how many months or?
I'm looking at, within this next month, having completed 100% on everything to go for bids.
Okay.
And then the bidding process
So it's
takes
coming.
probably about a month. So yeah, it's been a work in progress, but.
That's good. No,
in
it's
about a
something,
month
it's all
or
good
two.
news, so
Yes.
by the end of summer, maybe we'll have some construction there.
Yes.
Okay, good deal. We'll move on to item number 42, is to review status update on the textile paving project. And I know we've got still 3 precincts that need some.
Yes,
some
I
input.
have the set of plans with me that are currently out for bids. We did request for an addendum from the judge for an additional week.
Yes.
For bidding. We, so this Friday, the bids are due for this project. The ones that have on this is Pelican Street, which is in Pachin Mesa. That's the second half from the CDBG project that we did a couple of years ago. And then we have Miraflores Street from 10th Street to 13th Street. And then we have Ramirez Drive.
Yeah.
It'll be from 1st Street to the end of that first initial Ramirez Unit 1 subdivision. Those are the 3 projects that we're currently bidding out. We did already send it. We've been advertising on the paper. We hadn't had many contractors pick up plans, so we started emailing it to contractors that we know that do paving. We sent it to about 4 or 5. This week we'll continue to send it to see if we can get another.
Yeah, we'll have to extend it.
We'd like to get
This
at
is
least
such a
3
small
bids.
project, nobody wanted to come in on it, so.
It's hard to get bidders on a smaller project, but we're gonna try to bring in at least 3 bids, maybe hopefully more.
Hopefully we'll get some luck, okay.
So I do have, I
Motion
have
to
a-
approve, 2 invoices to Premier Engineering, for a total of 10,000. One will be for 2 and the other one for 8,000.
Okay,
Total of
motion by
10,000.
Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 43 is to review the status, for the Flores drainage project.
That's the one that's here on next to the.
Yeah, it's almost done.
It's going pretty good. They've already installed the new retaining wall that court had approved to go a little bit, about 18 inches higher. We also already repaired the retaining wall that was detached from the concrete culvert structure.
Yeah.
So we put in enough steel and tied it into the remaining portion, and we covered the hole underneath the road. There was a hole underneath the road that took quite a bit of,
Like a whole, like, capable of collapsing or not?
Like a sinkhole or what?
It was, yeah, coming that.
Wow.
It was like from here to the desk, and it was going underneath the road, but you can't see it because so we filled it in with, flowable fill. So it's cement, but it's a slurry cement, and that's without having to damage the pavement, so we did already, repair that to where, and we covered it so that it won't continue to do that.
First, I visited with the neighbors there, for that project. They're saying that the inlets, I guess, near the bridge, they're too small, they get clogged, and then the water backs up into their homes. Is there something that could be done on those inlets? They're small rectangular
Yeah, small
inlets.
rectangular squares. We can look at, see what we can.
You can just remove them entirely.
Maybe, but.
Well, I mean, just
yeah,
look
I'll
at
look
it.
at it, because they're part of, it's a 6-7 inch retaining wall, and it has significant amount of steel in it. So for us to, like, they're part of the wall, so we have to cut a bigger.
Well, they're just concerned that those inlets are still small and they sometimes experience backup flooding, I guess.
We'll see if we can add another one on the street side that's coming.
Okay,
in,
good.
and that might help.
All
I'll
right.
take a look at it.
Yeah.
I hadn't visited with them on that issue, but I didn't notice any erosion on these last couple of rains, or significant rains within their property like they used to have. So I think it's.
And they just might be complaining just.
Yeah, it may be working much better than it was previously.
Yeah, but they have mentioned it to me several times.
I'll monitor that.
Okay.
So I do have an invoice for Mr. Guzman for $3,000 and one for us for $500 on that project. And we have, the budget and we're 85% complete on the project. And we have, I think maybe like 2 more sections to pour out to be done.
Motion to approve both invoices, 3,000 to Guzman Juarez and 500 to Premier.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Mendoza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 44 is to review proposal for the regional jail repairs needed. So,
So I heard the report earlier mentioning that for the jail repairs, and I was thinking, man, so.
I guess we've done some repairs to it already this year.
We have done some significant repairs this past year, and, we went and did an inspection on some of the cells, in particularly cell number 227, 228, 184, 185, 187, 188, and then the 4 cells that are on the north side. It's just, over the years, about 20 years old, you develop some cracks or some, within the, let's say you have a shower and then you have a cell, the partition in between, the inmates will start chipping on it and will start breaking up the block or the concrete.
Yeah.
And then so they'll create a small gap underneath to where, you know, they water goes through when somebody's on the shower side, or, you know, they can pass notes to each other through those small cracks. But we'd like to come back, do a repair of those items, and then seal them and then repaint all of those rooms. So then when new inmates come in, or, you know, they're gonna be temporarily put somewhere else when they bring them back in, they probably won't be the same ones, but it'll be sealed completely, and it prevents notes going back and forth.
Do you have cost estimates on that?
Well, I have an estimate. I only have one estimate, so I'd like to, maybe, get a couple of estimates, bring it to the court with a couple of estimates. But it is gonna be a decent sized, job, so I wanted to make sure that I get an okay from the court. I wanted to bring it up for, so those are the items that we're looking at is, reseal corners on the north walls of, cell phone 227, seal around the windows, on the doors, because when they close the doors bang and the glass is banging back and forth because they removed all the seal, and we take the seal out, and then we have to seal that and repaint it because they'll start etching different notes and stuff on the walls or doors, and then.
So these inmates have tools?
Sometimes they have, because, yeah, sometimes.
You're saying they're etching it, they have a homemade pick or?
No, but they'll have like, let's say, time to write notes to family. So they have.
No, but the pick on the concrete. I mean, you have to have some type of metal object, I would assume.
Nails or something.
Well, if they're working on, they'll have a pencil or a pen, because they have pencils. Yeah, I know they have pencils because I saw the wall, and you can see where they're sharpening the pencil on a plate that's like a light switch, but the light switch is no longer there. So we need to like remove that and put an actual plate to cover it. But they use pencil, they use colors for, you know, writing notes to family, I guess, and there's, that's when they, yeah. So they, so they'll, I mean, once they start chipping on it, then that same chip that they remove, they'll use that chip to continue chipping others. And they're just, it's nonstop, and we'd like to seal it with a stronger, I guess, epoxy bond, so that we can.
Take a look at them, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna then go out for bids on that item, and then I'll bring it to the court.
Want to make a motion, Commissioner, to request bids, proposals to repair those?
I'll make a motion to go out for proposals, to make the jail, repairs to the jail.
As identified, by the engineer, yeah.
On the.
Seconded by Commissioner, motion by Commissioner Lee, seconded by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So you'll come back to the court at a later time with, some proposals, I guess.
I'll bring it at the next commissioner's court.
Okay.
Also, on the, floodless drainage project, these have already been, covered, but I had brought some invoices from Park Ready Mix, for the materials that have been done, and I already confirmed with Mr. Gonzalez's office, and they were already, yes, they've already been paid.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Been very busy.
Item number 45 is to request the use of the show barn on Wednesday, March the 20th and March the 27th for the Circus Wonderland. Mr. John Albert? Is here? No?
You have to, dismantle all the pans, or didn't say?
I don't know who spoke with him, I haven't spoken. I would say table the Commissioner, I have no idea, I have no information on this side.
Motion to table.
motion to table by Commissioner Mendoza, seconded by Commissioner Solis.
It says March 20th and March 27th.
That'll be next year. I mean, I have no idea.
Oh.
I saw it on the agenda, but I thought somebody was gonna sponsor it or.
It's right after the fairs.
Okay, so that's what he's shooting for me.
Well, the thing is that we have to take everything apart.
And it's right after the.
Or maybe it's just on the, where the carnival sit. So I'm not sure.
I wonder who
have
put
no
in
idea.
the-
I haven't spoken to the gentleman, but he can call, we don't have to take action on it.
So, we need a motion and a.
To-
Oh,
to-
yeah, oh, okay.
Mendoza Solis.
Mendoza Solis, yeah, Mendoza.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We've got consent items, line item transfers, commissioners, quite a few of them.
Motion to approve.
Everybody's going traveling, a lot of them are traveling.
I'll second the motion.
Motion to approve consent item 47 and line item transfer 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53.
Motion to approve consent items as presented by Commissioner Solis.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mendoza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We've got, one executive session item. The item is, item number 46, to address failure of the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors to comply with Commissioners Court order to provide all financial books and records, including, possible consent to court charges. This, executive session is requested pursuant to Texas Government Code Title 5, Subchapter D, Section 551.071, consultation with the attorney.
Motion to go into executive session.
We got a motion to enter executive session, second by Commissioner Solis.
But for the record, I'll be abstaining from this item.
So we will not be participating.
Can we discuss, recognize further on?
Yes, as soon as the meeting's over.
Well,
Motion to return to regular session.
Motion to return to regular session by Commissioner Solis. For the record, no action was taken in the executive session. Moving on
We need
to
a
item,
That's all second.
46, is to address failure of Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors to comply with Commissioner's Court order to provide all financial books and records, including possible contempt of court. Commissioners, as the Chamber has failed, and I move that we hold them in contempt of court unless they produce all records as requested in a letter to the chairman of the board by Friday, 9 o'clock on the 16th. If not, they will be officially in contempt of court and subject to daily infraction fines. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Abstain?
Abstain.
Abstain?
Abstain.
There's a majority of the court is in favor and motion passes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Commissioner Solis, second by Commissioner Zapata. We are now adjourned.